from the thumbnail, today what I'm going to be doing is making my dream scooter setup, and not much to say, so let's get into it. So we're going to start off with the deck. We have an Apex blue deck, Rampworks grip tape on it, and we'll get into the wheels in a second. The forks and wheels we have the Dresser signature tilt wheels with red bone bearings in. These aren't very tight on yet, so we're gonna put this in time lapse and quickly tighten this. Alright guys, back at time lapse, got the wheel on, and we're going to put it in the deck. So, alright, so before we put the forks into the deck, what you need is your bottom headset bearing, and that slots in like that. Now your bearing might be a bit loose to your headset, so what you want to do is take your forks and put them in. Make sure your forks are facing forward. So once your forks are in, you want to grab your compression grip. In my case it's IHC because I am running aluminium bars, and so before you also put the thing in, I recommend putting in both headsets and your cram race because it will just make things a whole lot easier. So that will slide on. That will slide on top of the forks and go in just like the bottom one. That should be nice in. And then what you also want to do is take your cram race and take your cram race, put it on right way up into your headset bearings. Like that. I recommend putting a bit of grease on or something, but I've already done that. So yeah, now as you see those are in, you want to take your shim, make sure it's the right way around. That should slide on perfect. Make sure everything's the right way around, yeah, and you put that on. Put the top of your compression kit on, and you start screwing. My hands are getting very oily, but it's because of all the stuff that I put on. In my case it's a size 5. Now I've never actually had SCS, so I have no idea how you do it. HIC is pretty much the same as this, and you don't want to have it too tight, so what I recommend, do it as tight as you can. See if you like that, and then if you like it, just do the tiniest little bit looser and it will help a lot. So now we're going to test if it's dialed. So here it is. Now, if you're wondering what dialed means and you're new to scootering, basically it means your whole scooter's tightened up and it should sound something like this. You like that? So that is what dialed sounds like, and now we're going to move on to the headset. Alright, so the headset I have is a Sacrifice neochrome clamp. Now, my first ever scooter was a Sacrifice Flight, and this is the only thing left of it because I snapped everything. So that's the headset cap even, and basically that goes over, make sure it's the right way around so you've got all these bits on the bottom, and you basically slide that over your compression all the way down to the bottom. It has to fit perfect, so it will be a bit tough to fit on. And so once that's on, that is good. And yeah, so I do have a gap in between mine because of my cram race, and I like it because it will spin faster. I only really put this on to match the forks because I always like a bit of I like a bit of neoprene to match the forks and stuff. So now what we're going to move on is what clamp we have. Now, as you see, I have a red metallic Envy clamp. On my old setup, I had a black one of these. Definitely, recommend this clamp. It's very good. Bolts don't strip at all. And so, yeah. And this isn't oversized, but inside these are standard, so they will fit. So basically what bars I have is I have the Smoky Blue, whatever it's called, Reapers, which match pretty perfect with my bars. Now when you're putting clamp on, I don't know why, but I always make sure the slit's in line and with your clamp. Now once you have got this, let me just put this on the floor. You wanna, there we go, slide your bars on, which should be a really nice, perfect kind of sound, which will sound like this, like that. You'll hear everything go in perfectly. You might want to give it a few hits on the floor. Make sure your bars are in and everything. And now what you want to do is make sure your bars are in line. Personally, I like riding inline bars. Some people don't know why, but it's just how I've been quite like to them. This can take up to a few minutes if you want perfect, but honestly, Reaper bars, I don't know why, but they're just so easy to get in line. So mine are pretty dead on straight. And once you've done that, you want to take your clamp, don't make sure you move it so it's perfect, and you want to tighten each bolt one by one. You can't see this, but basically what I'm doing is tightening each bolt one by one so it doesn't put too much pressure on one side, and if you put too much pressure, it can snap the clamp. Now I've never done this, but I know people who have. I've never seen it been done, but it can happen, so I wouldn't recommend risking it just for your sake. But yeah, always, you don't really want a clamp snapping because they're probably only £10, but you don't want it broken. Moving on to the grips. What grips I have are the Envy. These are the Envy V2 grips in red. Really like these grips. Honestly, I'll probably ride them for a long time. Very nice. ODI bar is not the actual bar for these grips, but yeah, I can say they are very nice. Alright, so moving the drop test, and if you don't know what a drop test is, it is basically whether it's dialed or not, which I explained a few minutes ago in the video. And also you might want to check if it spins like how you want it. Mine's fine, I really like it. And if it makes any squeaks, just add a bit of grease in and it'll be fine, I'm sure. So basically what you want to do is lift it a couple inches off the floor and drop it like that. So that is what a dial scooter should sound like. Hope you also like this. I'll give you a quick edit of the scooter and rate this out of 10 in the comments. Make sure you like it because I'll be doing many more scooter videos and others. See ya.
I mean, I deal with no passer. I just be smoking my ganja. But they be fucking with me. I send a tweet, then they gave me an Addy for free. I'm
Painting called Madison. I tell her come and jump in my Addison Lee. Painting called Madison. I tell her come and jump in my Addison Lee.